If you're concerned about programs that offer student loan forgiveness under the Trump administration, you should be, but it turns out that Congress actually included some funding to help those with student loan debt in their new spending bill. So let me give you the details on it. Keep in mind that this is by no means a big fix or even a small fix. It is a minuscule fix, but it could positively impact your life, and I want to make sure you have the information about it. Now, this story has to do with the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, which was implemented under the Bush administration. The whole point of the program was to offer student loan forgiveness to individuals who take up jobs in public service or for nonprofits, and as long as they work at that organization for 10 years and make payments toward their student loan in those 10 years, after that decade is up, that student loan would be forgiven. Now, there was some worry that the Trump administration would not honor the program, and there was a lack of funding to honor the program. However, Congress has included some funding in their recent spending bill to help with this issue. Now, as part of the new $1.3 trillion federal spending bill, Congress authorized a $350 million fix to fund a popular student loan forgiveness plan that many financial experts say is currently failing. Now, in order to qualify, you'll still need to have a loan from this direct program. You've had to have made all your payments in full and on time in that 10-year span, and you had to have worked 10 years in a public service job with a qualifying employer. Now, as long as you meet all of those requirements, you could apply to have your debt forgiven in about 2 months. So in 2 months, they will open up the application process. Now, the forgiveness plan will be given out on a first come, first served basis. The reason why I mention that is because $350 million obviously is not enough to help all students who are part of this program, which is frustrating because it is unprecedented for Congress to implement something on this first come, first served basis. However,
I mean, there's some, like a lot of the tax credits for electric vehicles and things like that had a certain amount that it was large enough that presumably most people would be able to get it.
Right.
So it wasn't stringent, but there was a cap.
So let me give you the caveat so you understand what I mean. What I mean is this program was implemented without this first come, first served basis.
Oh, and now it's being put on top of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so there were people who, under the Bush administration, thought, hey, this is a good deal. I want to have my loans forgiven in 10 years. So I'm going to apply for this program, and I'm going to do exactly what this program needs me to do. So they entered public service or worked for a nonprofit. They made their payments toward their loan dutifully, over the last decade. And then, boom, under the Trump administration, we're only going to apply a $350 million funding effort toward this, and it's first come, first served basis. That's what I mean. So they kind of reneged on a promise that was made under the Bush administration, but still.
If you do want to see this continue past when this money runs out, it could be that future spending bills will be similar. I know that Trump wasn't a fan of it, partially based on what's in the bill and partially based on, we're now seeing reports today that he doesn't actually know what's in it.
I'm never going to sign a bill like this again. Exactly. I don't know what's in it, but I don't like it. I'm never going to sign it.
That's a strong position.
Yeah.
But anyway, but maybe we'll have more bills like this that will continue it. Maybe not. Maybe we need a fundamental change to Congress to hopefully ensure that these sorts of programs will be funded in the future. But yeah, look, that spending bill overall, we talked about it when it was passed. They spent way too much money on the military in it. There's a number of things that I disagree with and that are huge wastes of money. But they did get quite a few things like this and didn't fund a number of different programs that I found most objectionable. So I know we're not supposed to say anything positive really ever, but certainly about the people who are in government right now. But it could have been much worse. Now, this $350 million is a tiny, unnoticeable fragment of $1.3 trillion. But for the people who will have their student loans forgiven as a result of this program, that is very positive.
And again, I want to make sure that if you were part of this program, that you stay on top of this, and when you're able to apply for the loan forgiveness in about 2 months, you go for it. Because again, first come, first served basis, and just want to look out for you guys.
Oh, and one other thing, if you're a conservative who doesn't like this program and especially doesn't love having to continually fund it over and over and over, let's just have tuition-free public access to colleges, and then we don't have to worry about the debt after all.
I'd like that. I mean, it is fascinating that we always have enough money to fund weapons manufacturers and private contractors in the Defense Department, but we don't have the money to help out our fellow Americans and help them wipe their debt after dedicating a decade of their lives to public service.
Yeah. What you just watched was one of the videos that we do today, but we actually do a whole 2-hour show every single day. It's a podcast. You can watch it in video or listen to it as audio. You can download it, you can stream it, and you get it completely ad-free if you could become a member of the Young Turks. TYTnetwork.com/join.